What's going on, everybody? Chris Stevens for HBCU Sports here to give you an update on a column that I wrote earlier this week about a potential lawsuit settlement regarding the NCAA and what that effect would have on Black college sports. The NCAA Board of Governors and the Power Five commissioners agreed last night to a $2.8 billion settlement of a case of House versus NCAA, which now means that officially the Power Fives can pay players, pay athletes, in football and basketball, because we know those are the two sports that they care the most about. So what that means is over the next 10 years, the NCAA is going to pay out that judgment in installments, because everybody's broke these days. We're all paying, we're all doing the Klarna thing. So the NCAA is going to have to pay that $2.8 billion over 10 years. So that is going to branch out to $2.77 million a year. No, $277 million a year, excuse me. What that means is, what the NCAA's plan is, it's rather sinister, is they're going to cut distribution funds by 20% to each of the other 27 Division I conferences. That's $160 million a year. So if you're taking $160 million off the table for 27 conferences, that is about just about $6 million per conference for the most part. And if you think that the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference and the Southwestern Athletic Conference can afford that sizable a chunk taken out of their resources, you're sadly mistaken. And everyone's like, oh, that's only going to affect the MEAC and SWAC. Yes, it does, but it's also going to affect everybody. I mean, the A-10 is going to catch it. The Coastal is going to catch it. The American Athletic, Conference USA, all the conferences that aren't a part of the bowl series are going to, suffer for it. But the MEAC and SWAC are absolutely going to suffer for it because we've never had the resources due to us in the first place. We've talked about this ad nauseum that Tennessee State is owed $500 million by the state of Tennessee, and the state of Tennessee is like, we're not giving you the money. So this is a devastating thing. It's not that I don't want to sound alarmist, but if this is the end of college athletics as we know it, you can see the end from here. Because there's no reason to believe that the Power Five is going to all of a sudden have this air of benevolence about them. Like, okay, we can, siphon some of this money down to the lesser conferences. No, this is the rich get richer and the poor get poor. And what I hope that our conference commissioners do, and I'm talking about all four, because this is absolutely going to affect Division II, Division III. I don't know if it'll affect the NAIA much, but you never know. But I really hope that I have faith, honestly, that Dr. McClellan, Commissioner Stills, Commissioner McWilliams, Commissioner Holloman, they're going to get in a room and figure something out for HBCU sports, because the NCAA as we know it is pretty much over. It's over. And it's going to be hard for college athletics to continue without the NCAA as it was previously constituted. Because yes, the NCAA is greedy. Yes, they backed themselves into a corner by not, paying the players in the first place. But now that you have this multi-billion-dollar television contract for basketball and football, you have streaming services, you have NIL, and I'm not blaming NIL. NIL was right on time because the kids deserve to make a little money. It's peanuts. It's pretty much crumbs compared to what the NCAA has made off of them in the last 40 years with these television contracts. But what it means is that everyone else below the SEC, the Big Ten, the Big 12, the ACC, they all suffer because, they killed the Pac-12, basically. There's nothing left of the Pac-12. I can't remember. It's Oregon and Washington. It's Oregon State and Washington State that are pretty much looking around like, okay, where are we going to go? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? They'll figure it out. They got the money to do so. The other 27 Division I conferences outside of that, not a lot of resources, not a lot of options left. It's very unfortunate and it's devastating, and I really hope that everyone is paying attention now because we are in a high-stakes game that neither one of us, HBCU or PWI, can afford to lose.